Hello, this is super cool time for another super cool reviews. Well, a couple weeks ago, I reviewed the first season of Netflix Transformer War for Cybertron Trilogy, Chapter 1, Siege. This week we'll be reviewing Chapter 2, Earthrise, which is why the hell is it even called that? It doesn't even take place on Earth, but I digress. It's Hasbro and stuff anyway. The plot is mostly split into two, the first half mostly taking on Cybertron and the second half taking place in space. The first half follows Elita 1 and the remaining Autobots on Cybertron a couple months after the Battle of the Space Bridge, trying to find any surviving Transformers to survive through this dead planet. Meanwhile, Megatron is starting to lose his sanity, and he plans to use Decepticons' Energon and harvest it so they can survive. And that's basically it. Now the second half is where most of the story takes place. It follows Optimus Prime and the others. They're still in space, and they encounter lots of intergalactic, evil stuff Transformers would usually encounter, like the Quintessons, Bounty Hunters, Scorponok, you name it. And then as they continue to search the Allspark, and that's basically it. And so yeah, my main problem with it is that the narrative is a mess. It's okay, you could sometimes it'll cut back to where Optimus and the others are. Sometimes it'll cut back to Cybertron. Make up your mind, people, and it doesn't. And a lot of the stuff isn't that interesting, honestly. The Autobots go to this space bridge where it's half this abandoned place where it's half I don't know how to describe it, honestly, and it doesn't help since the voice acting in this, it's slightly better, but Optimus' voice still sounds, he still sounds like, "Tell me you forgive me." In fact, this is where Optimus' character starts to degrade in this series, because he has several shots to kill Megatron, and he doesn't do it. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you right here and now to prevent all the dangers that's gonna happen," and he doesn't do it. I don't know why. I guess it's like the typical should Batman kill the Joker argument. And yeah, I can see where they're coming from. Okay, well, continuing on the plot, they also introduced in this season Skylynx, who was a former Autobot dinosaur thing that was banished by Alphatron due to him trying to get the Matrix. Since then, he spent his time in the dead universe trying to recollect his thoughts and figure back what he went wrong. Meanwhile, Megatron managed to collect so much Energon that he's by a huge cruiser known as the Nemesis to chase down the Autobots and get the Allspark for himself so he can rule Cybertron, of course. And when getting there, he encounters his future self, Galvatron, who tells him he needs to kill Optimus Prime right at this moment, otherwise he'll become a slave. Now, most people who have seen the 86 movie know what's gonna happen and what Megatron's gonna become, but I won't give it away. He of course fails, and Galvatron's sent back to his own timeline, before telling Megatron that there's still a way to fix things by showing him the golden disc. Meanwhile, in Cybertron, Shockwave is tricking the other Decepticons to thinking that there's more Energon, only for a way to lure him into a trap. He battles Elita 1 before a bomb goes off, destroying mostly everyone there. All of them are dead. It's poof, instant death. There we go. Anyway, the Autobots and Decepticons managed to find the Allspark on a planet, which we all know is Earth. As Optimus and Megatron continue to fight for when Megatron then steals the Matrix of Leadership, because that's what Galvatron told him to do, and he plans to go down to Earth. Meanwhile, the Quintesson on Judge, who is alive after presumably being killed a couple episodes ago, returns and basically used the bounty hunter's corpse as a puppet, and one of the Autobots managed to kill the Quintesson, but in case of sacrificing himself since he was at near death. His name is Cog, by the way, and yeah, I'm not that well impacted by his death. Anyway, both Autobots and Decepticons, both ships are near death and demolition until it ends with the ships falling to Earth. And so the series ends with a Velociraptor watching the crash down in the distance. I'm pretty sure we all know who this is, but I won't give it away. Hey, so overall, this season is meh. It's just like the other ones. It's not bad, but it's not great either. I feel like a couple story changes could have been a lot better, but overall, I think it's okay. I give Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise a 57 out of 100. This is super cool, signing off. And tune in next year where I'll be reviewing Transformers Kingdom. I'm just kidding, it's next Friday.